So been looking at spray foam companies, which seems like there's a lot of fly-by-night people in that trade. I don't know, maybe I'm incorrect about that and just called the wrong people, but a lot of people just didn't answer or reply or said they would come out and then never came out. But there was a company that was pretty professional. I won't shout them out because of what I'm about to say, but they came and did the job on Tuesday, and because it was on the garage attic and not our living attic, he said, you don't need to vacate the premises. You can just stay here. If it irritates you, then just walk away. Well, an hour into the job on Tuesday, you just fumes everywhere. You can smell it. And so we got to rush to get out of there and find a friend's house to stay at. And then we've also got to go and find an Airbnb. Funny enough, we do get an Airbnb, and the maid had left a door. It's kind of like a closet door, but it goes to the attic and the upstairs. They left it open. And so the whole
hotel?
Upstairs at the Airbnb.
Oh.
And so the whole upstairs was like 85 degrees. So anyways, long story short, my question here for you is like, is that just poor education from the contractor of, hey, you absolutely need to vacate the premises for 24 hours, which I mean, I think maybe it was, he didn't want to intrude. He didn't want to feel like, he wanted to get the sale. And so, no, you can stay here as long as it doesn't bother you. Just, you'll be fine. Or what do you think of that situation?
Hey, that's a really great question and a really great topic. We have talked about it in the past, and I call it a positioning document, but it's funny that you bring it up because it came up specifically with a client yesterday. The positioning document is what I tell people: your insulation guy's insulated many hundreds of places, right?
Right.
But most people that he works for or she works for have never insulated anything. So my point is, who knows what's going to happen? And it's you, right?
Yeah.
And the point being not the open door of the maid, but the fact that you're going to have to leave your house is something that he should know about. And it should be in a document that he goes over with. These are the things that we're going to do for you. These are the things that are likely to come up. And these are the things you're going to do that we expect you to do for us. And as you go along listening, the guy might not have thought, oh, I never thought to bring that up. Of course not. But after it happens once, it should go on the positioning document.
Absolutely.
You bring it up and you tell people, okay, insulation, these are the benefits you get. This is what it costs. This is square footage. But we're going to have to cut a hole in the wall. We're going to have to take your sheetrock down. You're going to have to leave the house. You tell them that. And I think you hit on the reason that people don't is they want to get the sale. So they don't want to tell them the bad stuff. Yeah. And that's a classic case of overpromising. Even if you didn't say it, you neglected to say the negatives. So it's overpromising and underdelivering. The better course of action is to underpromise and overdeliver. You tell them the things that frequently happen. They're not inevitable, maybe at the next job, but you tell people this can happen. Now, having to move out of the house because of the smell or the toxic gases in the air, you're going to tell everybody that every time. And there's just no benefit in not doing it. And you're right, people are scared that they'll lose the sale. But I think what really happens is you come across as the professional, as some, rather than a fly-by-nighter.
Yeah, I mean, you have the opportunity to be extremely professional. And I think it's not even just something that you go over. I would have loved to have like a one sheet thing sent to me, like by text or email. And hey, here's the do's and don'ts. If you start smelling something, leave the house, or, right. Just abundance of caution type stuff. Right. If you don't have fans available, let us know so that we can bring fans over to start ventilating the property. Expect to keep your windows open for 24 hours. Like we had to leave our garage open overnight while we weren't staying there, which is kind of you can lock the door into the house, but that's not a fun thing to do. You're worried a little bit. Thankfully, we had a camera for our daughter's bedroom that we could move downstairs and monitor and have notifications on if there was movement or whatever. and their alarm system itself as well. But, if you don't have those things, that's kind of nerve wracking.
You know, because I was talking about this with a client yesterday, I have at my hand the best positioning document I've ever seen.
Have I
And
seen this before? What is it?
I don't know if you have or not. It's not mine, so I'm not say it's from somebody from a far distant state, but I
Okay.
got my hands on it, and I just want to use it. Uh, it is between a home builder and the subcontractor.
Oh, I've
Okay?
seen this. I've seen this. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Substitute home builder for you as a contractor and your customer, but you're making things clear. And as I said earlier, the first half of a positioning document is what you're going to do,
Mm-hmm.
what they can expect from you, what you're going to, in essence, guarantee them. The second half is what they can expect or what you expect from them. And in this one, the home company says the first thing you can expect or subcontractors can expect from us is that we're a very organized, we have run a very organized system that creates efficiencies for our trade partners, our subs. A, jobs are ready on time every time. No dry runs to the job sites, no reruns to finish up, something that wasn't ready. Plans are clear and concise, no multiple phone calls, meetings, superintendents, homeowners to figure out how to do the install. Show up, do the work on the plans and purchase orders. Only need to call or meet superintendent in rare circumstances. It continues like that. They've done a couple of things there. They're telling you what they will do, but they're also showing that they understand you. Look
Mm-hmm.
what they've done there. Jobs are ready on time every time. No dry runs to job sites, no reruns to finish up something that wasn't ready. Every contractor listening to us knows what that's like.
Yeah.
Going to be there Monday morning, you got the whole crew off another job, you show up and they're not ready, right?
Yeah.
So that's their side. On what they expect in return, they said that you complete the work and inspections by the scheduled date. This is extremely important to our entire team and to our home buyers. You will complete the work in a quality and workmanlike manner. You will have qualified lead person from your team inspect the work before leaving the job site. Do not rely on our superintendent to do quality control for your team. So it goes on down like that. There is just experience oozing off the page
Right.
from this. There's also signs of a very organized company. They're telling you your jobs are going to be ready on time every time, right? And the experience of saying, hey, you inspect it. Don't rely on us to do it. I'm not reading you the whole thing, but that's just a wonderful sheet that
Mm-hmm.
sets the parameters, sets the tone for the whole operation.
Yeah. And I think so much of it is not about when you're disappointing a customer, like expectations are the foundation of disappointment. And so if you set poor expectations and then something goes differently than expected, that's when a customer gets disappointed. If you're worried in the sales process that if you say this, it's going to make them disappointed, and it's before you even work together, it's before you've even really gotten a chance to prove yourself as the contractor, all that you're doing is setting yourself up for failure later on if that does happen,
Right.
because it's going to go against the expectations. But if you can have this positioning document and from the very beginning set clear expectations, good and bad, right? Then there's less disappointment. There's actually trust.
Right.
There's understanding. There's clarity. There's excitement that, wow, I feel like I'm going to be taken care of, right?
Right.